Buckle up, everyone, because we are about to go into a topic that is currently in the news. The focus is on Dennis Rodman's inheritance, which is more absurd than you might think. You may be familiar with Dennis, the NBA legend with the wild hair, 5 championship rings, and erratic life. You will want to read this narrative through to the finish, since it is full of shocks, family strife, and what's next. His financial legacy is currently making waves at age 63. Let's go. Hurry up. To begin with, Dennis Rodman is not your average retiree. Born in New Jersey in 1961, he won titles with the Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls before being inducted into the Hall of Fame, not on the court. He's been as loud as neon hair, Madonna flings, and Kim Jong-un's excursions to North Korea. For someone who earned nearly $27 million in NBA earnings alone, his current estimated net worth is less than $500,000. Therefore, rather than referring to some massive sum of money, he is hoarding. The word inheritance in 2025 headlines refers to what he is leaving behind and who will inherit it. Warning, spoilers ahead. It's complicated. So what's the commotion? Suppose that Dennis makes headlines again in March 2025, this time for financial talks and family ties rather than wrestling appearances or tattoos. He has 3 children: Alexis, age 36, from his first wife, Annie Bakes; DJ, age 23, and Trinity, age 22, with his ex-wife, Michelle Moyer. Their ties, rocky at best. On the Call Her Daddy podcast in December 2024, Trinity, a member of the U.S. women's national team, stated, "He's not a dad maybe by blood, but nothing else." Oh no, Dennis apologized and said he was still trying in his Instagram response. There are a lot of stories these days about what will happen to his estate, no matter how small, after he dies. Let's analyze it. With a peak salary of $9 million during the 1996-97 season with the Bulls, and additional income from endorsement deals with companies like Converse and GoDaddy, Dennis had a golden period of income, but the money did not stick. Child support issues, including the $860,000 he owed Michelle in 2012, a lavish lifestyle, bad investments, and even financial fraud by a dishonest advisor wrecked his wealth. The $29 million he had in 1998 is a small portion of his present worth. As a result, his inheritance is not a gold mine, but rather a collection of debts, property, and whatever is left over from his business ventures, like Bad Boy Vodka or that cryptocurrency deal with Potcoin. Why is it making news all of a sudden? Assume Dennis makes references to deleting his will in early 2025, either in a random X post or in his podcast. Despite being 63 and still going strong, he may be thinking about leaving a legacy as a result of a health concern or just self-reflection. Tabloids take advantage of it to speculate about who will get what. He may be thinking about Alexis, whom he got back in touch with years ago, Trinity, who is thriving in soccer, and DJ, who plays basketball at Washington State, are wild cards, especially in light of Trinity's public attack. Michelle is also present in claims that he still owes her a sizable sum from their 2012 divorce settlement. Now that everyone can watch the family soap opera unfold, it's no longer just about the money. What is it that he must inherit? Not much money, to be sure, but more. He owns real estate, like the New Jersey home he resold, or maybe mementos from his Bulls days, like championship rings or autographed jerseys. Consider the streetwear from Rodman Business or the NFTs he introduced to see how successful his business is today. Rodman's wealth is unveiled, and children battle for Worm's heritage are 2 dramatic headlines. But the real kicker, he might leave something strange like a present to a charity, or even Kim Jong-un as a joke. According to posters on X, Dennis once said that whoever shows up first would get his money, so you never know. The familial angle is the meaty portion. Despite Trinity's critical comments, Dennis's response, "I'm still trying, pick up the phone," shows that he is still involved in the game. But will that resolve the issue before an inheritance takes place? Even though she has grown more private, Alexis has shared moments with him, like when he sobbed about seeing her again in the 2013 Oprah appearance. DJ may feel entitled to a share because he is the only son, despite his modest nature. In court mode, Michelle is still pursuing unpaid support. Although the title Estranged Kids versus the Worm is well known, Dennis wants his name to represent something more. significant than the millions. So, what's the lesson? Instead of a wealthy estate, Dennis Rodman's bequest is a haphazard, visually striking collection of $500,000, a few interesting objects, and a family that rarely communicates. At 63, he is the wild card he has always been, and 2025 is all about his next phase. Did you find this in-depth look enjoyable? Please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe so we can continue to tell you amazing stories. What do you think Dennis should leave behind? Please share it below. I'd love to hear it. I'll see you later.